When I try to explain IFS from a psychological standpoint to people in Christian circles, it gets a little dicey because a lot of people who I understand and get that say, I just look to the Lord and the devil will flee, or he came in and swept this problem away from me and I've never struggled ever since. But it's also those same people that speak of repeated aggression, maybe some resentment, you hear some underlying bitterness going on. Yet that's a good indication that there's just some parts that have yet to have a coming to Jesus moment. They just need to be enlightened, so to speak. Maybe call some light into that dark place, the deep crevices of the internal system where a maybe smaller part of themselves is stuck in the past. And I like to reiterate that we all are multiples, that we are indeed not schizophrenic, because God made our brains to be so complex for the sake that it will heal thyself if we actually bring those things that come to the surface to Him. And I think I understand where that Christianese kind of slogan has come from, because now it makes total sense to me when I do my own IFS therapy. It means that I'm dealing with the parts of myself that are emotions. They actually have their full personalities of themselves. And it's because they were started within my psyche when there was some kind of event before the age of 9 that greatly shook me. I was too small to understand what was going on, and I basically felt like I did something to cause it. So here I am all these years later, as most of us are, and we see that we're still reacting out of the same pain from when we were a little child. And yet people look at us and they expect us to be a grown adult and to respond accordingly, but somehow we still lack in that area. We could be doing inner healing for years up until now, and I hear it commonly, like I've already forgiven, and yes, that's true. You could actually have 100 different parts within one memory alone that needs to forgive. So that being said, that's where the scripture 70 times 7 comes in, because all of these subconscious parts within you that actually have reason to be bitter, resentful, furious, angry, and have a vengeance streak, they just have a right to be heard. They also need a come unto Jesus moment where they can let go all of that they're holding and release it so that they no longer act out of that old response. And with that, that is my hope that I can bring to other people as I've experienced myself, that we don't have to Christianese anything, and we certainly don't have to judge our sinful parts, because they all are really just trying to help us anyway.